Hi, this is Cheryl Gallant, your Conservative Member of Parliament for the tinsel-trimmed riding of Renfrew-Nipissing-Pembroke. As most Canadians now know, Chrystia Freeland resigned from Cabinet in spectacular fashion. She told the Canadians about Trudeau's plan to make her deliver a fiscal update full of political gimmicks she didn't support. Then replace her the next day with carbon tax carney. Trudeau offered to demote her to be a minister in name only. She was to have no budget, no bureaucracy, and no statutory authority. She refused. This left the Liberals with no one to deliver the economic statement. The government House leader literally dropped it on the table and then ran away. In over 2 decades, I have never seen anything like this. Paul Martin quit because he was told he couldn't be the finance minister and campaigned to replace Chrétien at the same time. This is much more serious. Freeland was Trudeau's Girl Friday. This fallout is over serious questions about how Canada will tackle the economic uncertainty. Trudeau's out-of-control spending is so bad, the fiscal update revealed the deficit for last year was $62 billion. That is insane. 8 months ago, the Liberals tabled the 2024 budget at the start of 2024 fiscal year. In that 2024 budget, they claimed that the 2023 deficit was going to be $40 billion. Now they tell us that was a lie, and it was actually $62 billion. The Liberal spending has gotten so out of control, it's traveling back in time. Outside of this government, there's no government in the history of Canada that has ever run a $62 billion deficit. Not even in the 90s, when the Wall Street Journal said that we were a third world basket case. Not even during the massive global economic crisis of 2008 did the deficit come anywhere close to that. Justin Trudeau is out of control. Jody Wilson-Raybould, Jane Philpott, Mark Garneau, now Freeland. Trudeau has forced out or fired every serious adult in the cabinet room. Now he's appointed his former childhood babysitter as the new finance minister / intergovernmental affairs minister / public safety minister / U.S. relations. This isn't how you run a country. We need an election. The only person keeping Trudeau in power is Jagmeet Singh, and it's time for them to let go. A cryptic foreshadowing of the danger ahead appeared last Friday, the last business day before the budget or the economic update that we got yesterday. That was the business day prior to that terrible orphaned fall economic statement. We should have known dire financial straits were ahead for Canada. The Minister of Environment announced an acceleration to net zero. That's the same as spraying lighter fluid onto a barbecue. To the radical Marxist in charge of this country, that means raising the tax on the clear, colorless gas necessary for all life on Earth. The 61-cent carbon tax on a liter of fuel will happen sooner than later. The carbon tax has nothing to do with reducing pollution, but everything to do with raising money to buy votes. Remember that every time you save 7% on a Trudeau-approved item this Christmas season. No matter how much money is blown at the annual COP bash or what amount the unelected attendees say countries owe, no amount of tax will change the weather. We do not have a climate crisis. We have a spending crisis. And the only way to stop Trudeau's irresponsible behavior is to have an election. Be sure to click share if you agree. We always knew the Liberals were lying about their plan to confiscate property from hundreds of thousands of Canadians. During the 2019 election, when Trudeau first proposed to seize property he didn't like, the Liberals claimed it would only cost $200 million. Under intense questioning, Bill Blair revealed their internal numbers suggested it would cost $400 million. The fiscal update revealed the Liberals have budgeted $600 million. Meanwhile, the parliamentary budget officer estimates it will cost nearly $800 million for the firearms confiscation. At this rate of inflation, the final price tag would end up being north of $2 billion. Only an election can stop the Liberals from stealing our property and wasting our tax dollars. Live from Ottawa, this is Cheryl Gallant, wishing you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.